Hey guys, Tom here again. Back in the shop here. Sorry about the super long hiatus. Had a lot of things going on last year. Had 3 pets die over the course of like 8 months. Went through a couple jobs. Right now I'm trying to get into school for a degree in precision machining. And yeah, I figured I'd give you guys a little update on how I'm doing here. Right now, I've got the old forge there. That's the charcoal one. Also, it looks like this oil is leaking. Over here, I am working on a propane forge. This one I made out of, it's about 1/8 inch thick, just plate steel. Had a couple of 15 by 15 inch sheets of these. Cut them down with the plasma cutter. They were originally painted black, so I used a flap wheel to take off all the paint. And this is the propane forge as it stands now. It's 15 inches deep, 10 inches wide, 11 inches tall. The reason for it being rectangular rather than square is I'm going to have 2 inches worth of ceramic blanket or KO wool to line the inside, and wanted a 6-inch opening in the middle. So the top and these 2 sides are all 2 inches thick. This bottom plate is 3 inches thick. That way the wool will come up 2 inches, and then I plan on putting one of those fire bricks in the center there to sit the workpiece on. But still need to cut out a hole in the top for the burner. That'll show you guys in a second here. Let me just move this. Spin this guy around. There we go. And this side, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fit the roll of wool through the 6x6 opening. So what I did was I made the back panel a door, and then this hinge is actually acting as a lock to keep it closed. But that swings open nice, and then I can just put the wool in like that, close it up, and just put the pin back in, and it's pretty solid. Like, I can carry it around by just this side, which it's only tack welded on, just the hinges. So figure hopefully that door won't warp like this one did. You can see how it warped so much that there's like an inch gap over here. But yeah, so that's the forge, the new one. Over here, I actually got my hands on an anvil, a real anvil finally. Right now I don't have a stand for it. I've just got it set up on the stage weight that I was using as an anvil before. But this is a 100-pound Kolschwa anvil that I got, found it on Craigslist. But it's a pretty nice anvil. You can see right here, I used a flap wheel to polish this off. One of the previous owners had accidentally tapped it with the electrode from an arc welder, and there was a little nub here that I had to grind off. But yeah, I feel as though it's going to be a really, really good anvil. But let's see, back here, if I can get this out. There we go. Lay this on the floor. This is the propane burner that I'm going to be using for the new forge. This is just made out of black iron pipe, and this here is the propane, I guess like the burner end of a large propane burner. Some people use it to melt tar paper to roofs, other people use it to burn weeds. But this was originally the burner on here, and I took all that apart, stripped it down to just this. Got a valve here for that, and then this lets in more propane. Had to step it down and out to accommodate this hose here, which has got a high pressure regulator on it. Then it comes down to here, where I've got this pressure gauge. Usually what I do before I open up these ball valves is make sure I'm getting about 5 to 6 psi of propane. That seems to be ideal for me. And then it goes into this T here through these ball valves. These ball valves actually give a really good degree of control to the amount of propane that comes in. And then over here, this is a forced air burner. So I'm going to be using the hair dryer that I was using for the old forge for the forced air in here. Comes in here. It's regulated by this big ball valve, which seems to be stuck right now. Oh well, you get the picture. This moves just like this one. This piece here, this is an inch T. So I got a inch to, I believe this is half-inch reducer, and this half-inch pipe just barely fit through it, not threaded into it. And the reason I did that was I wanted the propane to move past the T. That way it wasn't swirling around here, it was just going through the combustion chamber up here. So this pipe here actually runs all the way to about here, where it's past the air inlet. That way it just shoots straight into the combustion chamber. So that actually gives me a pretty big hot flame. When I was testing it, I had the door open and I was just shooting it out the door. I was able to keep a steady a blue flame about EA long in about 20-mile-an-hour winds. So I figure if it's contained in the forge, figure since it can sustain itself in such high winds, it should be perfectly fine inside here. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. So once I get the forge done, I'll be able to start forging again, and at that point I'll start making videos again. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you, and goodbye.